Talk about how your body is biologically withdrawing its cooperation from the people-pleasing patterns. Now let's actually talk about what was happening before perimenopause that made the accommodation possible and what changed when the hormones dropped. Because understanding this changes everything about how you interpret what's actually happening right now. For decades, estrogen and progesterone gave you that neurochemical capacity to keep going through all the things that were happening in life. They allowed you to override your body's signals, to push through when you should have stopped, to accommodate even when it hurt you. They made smiling through the disrespect manageable. They made the over-delivering sustainable. They made tolerating boundary violations somewhat bearable. And not because these things were ever okay, because they're not. I want to be clear about that. But because your hormones gave you the capacity to dissociate from the harm they were actually causing. Estrogen and progesterone essentially numbed you to the cost of what people-pleasing actually does. When perimenopause begins and the estrogen and progesterone decline and testosterone actually becomes more dominant, suddenly your brain's tolerance for people-pleasing, boundary violations, self-abandonment, accommodation at your own expense, smiling through disrespect, and overriding your needs completely plummets. These patterns, they used to be uncomfortable but manageable, are now unbearable because the neurochemical capacity that allowed you to tolerate harm is now gone. The narrative is usually that perimenopause makes you irrational, emotional, unable to control yourself. You need to manage your emotions better. You need to calm down. But that's not what's actually happening. Your body is not malfunctioning. It's functioning correctly for the first time in your life. The accommodation, the people-pleasing, self-abandoning patterns were always harmful. You just had the hormonal capacity to sustain them, and now you don't. Your body is making you refuse to cooperate with the patterns that were always irrational. It's not making you irrational. It's just allowing everything to be burned away. Over delivering to that point of burnout was always irrational. Accepting clients who depleted you was always irrational. Smiling through disrespect was always irrational. Perimenopause stops it. It strips that capacity away, and your body starts telling you the truth. You can't ignore it anymore, and you cannot smile through the disrespect. When you over deliver, that resentment boils over. You cannot say yes to wrong-fitting clients without your body screaming no. This is your body finally being honest with you about what was never sustainable professionally or personally before. This is clarity. Your body is telling you what was always true. The rage, the shutdown, the intolerance is not a problem to fix. It's information to use. If you want more resources and tools, check out the links in the description. And I'm so excited to continue this conversation with you in the next video.